You're in the airport security line when a uniformed officer locks eyes with you and says 5 words that could ruin your trip. "I need to see your phone." Your heart starts pounding. Your palms get sweaty. Every message, every photo, every app on your device flashes through your mind like a highlight reel of potential problems. This scenario is happening thousands of times every single day across American airports, and most travelers have no idea what they're legally required to do or how a single misunderstood message could completely derail their trip. Here's what's really terrifying about this situation. Over 35,000 electronic devices were searched at U.S. borders last year alone. That's not just suspicious individuals or people on watch lists. We're talking about regular travelers, college students visiting family, business professionals on work trips, and tourists just trying to enjoy their vacation. One innocent photo, one joke taken out of context, or even a contact name that seems unusual to an officer can turn your dream vacation into an interrogation nightmare. But here's the twist that catches most people completely off guard. Not everyone in an airport uniform has the same authority over your personal device. When you see a TSA agent, those are the folks checking for weapons and explosives in your carry-on bag. They actually cannot legally force you to unlock your phone or hand over your passwords. However, the moment you encounter a Customs and Border Protection officer, the entire game changes. These agents have sweeping powers that would shock most Americans. They can demand you unlock any device, copy every single file, scroll through years of text messages, and even examine your social media accounts, all without needing a warrant or having any specific reason to suspect wrongdoing. Let me share some real stories that prove just how quickly an ordinary trip can go sideways. Last year, a Brazilian engineer was detained for 8 hours in Miami because his work phone contained photos from a nuclear power plant he had visited for legitimate business purposes. The images were completely innocent and directly related to his job, but border agents flagged them as suspicious. He missed his connecting flight, nearly lost his visa status, and spent the better part of a day in a cold interrogation room trying to explain his profession to skeptical officers. Then there's the case of a Colombian social media influencer with over 500,000 followers who was held for 6 hours in Los Angeles. Her crime? Posting memes on Instagram that criticized certain immigration policies. Border agents labeled her content as anti-American, and what she thought was harmless social commentary turned into hours of aggressive questioning about her intentions and political beliefs. Even more absurd was the Canadian man who got trapped in Detroit for 5 hours because officers misunderstood his WhatsApp group name. The group was called Lost Compass 420 and was nothing more than a fantasy football chat with his college friends. But when agents saw the number 420, they immediately assumed it was drug-related and held him for hours before finally realizing their mistake. These aren't isolated incidents or extreme edge cases. According to data from the American Civil Liberties Union, 65% of device searches in the past year targeted completely ordinary travelers who weren't on any watch lists or flagged for suspicious behavior. They were simply selected randomly or caught the attention of an officer having a bad day. Even more concerning is that 82% of travelers voluntarily unlocked their devices under pressure, even when they weren't legally required to do so. Now, you might be thinking, "I have nothing to hide, so this won't affect me." That's exactly the dangerous mindset that gets people into trouble. Border officers aren't just looking for obviously illegal content. They analyze your digital behavior patterns, examine the tone of your messages, look for unusual connections, and try to piece together a story about who you are and what your intentions might be. A Harvard study found that 73% of border-related issues stemmed from content that travelers didn't even remember having on their devices. Maybe it's an old photo from a political rally you attended in college, a joke screenshot your friend sent you months ago, or even a news article you saved to read later. Context gets lost when strangers are scrolling through your personal life, looking for red flags. Here's where most people make a critical mistake. They wait until right before their flight to start deleting sensitive material, thinking they're being smart and proactive. This is actually the worst possible approach because airport security systems can detect unusual deletion activity on devices. Plus, forensic tools can recover files that were deleted up to 3 months earlier. There's a documented case of a lawyer who deleted old photos from a university protest, thinking she was being cautious. Instead, the deletion attempt triggered additional scrutiny and she was held for 12 hours while agents tried to figure out what she was hiding. The key to protecting yourself starts weeks before you even book your flight. You need to gradually clean up your digital footprint, not in a panic-induced purge that raises red flags. Political conversations, even private jokes about government policies or immigration issues, can easily be misinterpreted as hostile or threatening. Photos from parties, selfies taken in sensitive locations, or seemingly innocent snapshots can trigger prolonged questioning if they're taken out of context. Even your installed apps can cause problems. Dating platforms might seem inappropriate to conservative officers. Cryptocurrency wallets could be viewed with suspicion. Messaging apps from certain countries might draw unwanted attention. Your contact list isn't immune either. A funny nickname for a friend or an unusual international connection could be flagged by officers trying to find meaning where none exists. Professional travelers, journalists, and diplomats handle this challenge with surgical precision. About 2 weeks before any international trip, they create a complete encrypted backup of their device using services like iCloud, Google Drive, or Proton Drive with robust two-factor authentication. This backup serves as their safety net, ensuring they won't lose important data during the security process. Only after securing their backup do they prepare their actual travel device. Many reset their phones to factory settings and reinstall just the essential applications needed for the trip. We're talking about airline apps, hotel reservations, offline maps, emergency contacts, and maybe a few entertainment apps like Spotify or Kindle. Some professionals go even further, carrying a dedicated secondary device or tablet solely for communication during travel, keeping all sensitive messaging, financial information, and private content completely separate from any device likely to be inspected. When they set up their travel phone, they make sure recently used apps won't trigger suspicion. They create neutral travel-focused user profiles that separate personal data from trip-related information. Even their laptops get the same treatment, with dedicated travel user accounts that keep work files and personal documents completely isolated. Once you're at the airport, your awareness and composure become your strongest assets. The first critical step is identifying exactly who's requesting access to your device. If it's a TSA agent, you can politely decline their request. These agents are focused on physical security threats, not digital content. However, if you're dealing with a Customs and Border Protection officer, especially when entering or leaving the country, the rules change dramatically and you have far fewer options. Maintaining calm and making direct eye contact is crucial during these interactions. Ask clearly, without any confrontational tone, whether unlocking your device is legally required for your specific situation. Often, officers will back down when they realize you understand your rights and aren't going to be easily intimidated. If you must comply with a device search, never verbally give your password or PIN. Instead, write it down on a piece of paper. This subtle action provides some legal protection from claims that you voluntarily disclosed information under duress. Should agents become aggressive or threatening, invoke your right to contact a lawyer before continuing. This simple phrase activates legal protections that many travelers don't know exist. For U.S. citizens, remember that you cannot be denied entry into your own country, though your devices can be confiscated for extended forensic review. Always request a detailed receipt listing exactly what was taken, along with supervisor contact information. Never sign any documents that you don't completely understand, regardless of pressure from officers. For non-citizens, the calculation becomes more complex. You'll need to carefully weigh your privacy concerns against your desire to enter the country. There's no universal right answer to this dilemma, but staying calm, methodical, and well-informed can mean the difference between a brief inconvenience and a prolonged ordeal. The airport security landscape is evolving rapidly and not necessarily in favor of traveler privacy. Authorities are currently testing artificial intelligence systems that don't just analyze what's stored on your device, but actually monitor how you use it. These systems track app usage patterns, monitor how frequently you unlock your phone, and can even analyze your typing rhythm to build behavioral profiles. In some major airports, pilot programs are being tested that can extract data from devices without ever asking permission, exploiting Bluetooth and Wi-Fi vulnerabilities that most people don't even know exist. By the year 2026, new regulations may allow agents to access your cloud backups if your device is linked to them, meaning even a completely clean phone could be scrutinized through your online accounts. This sounds alarming, but the same technology creating these threats can also provide solutions. Encrypted messaging applications, advanced biometric authentication, and travel-focused security modes built into modern operating systems give travelers powerful tools to protect their privacy. The key is understanding how to use these features strategically before you need them. Now, let me walk you through the step-by-step survival plan that can protect you from digital disaster. Start this process 30 days before your flight with gradual, subtle digital cleanup. Delete sensitive messages and files slowly using secure deletion tools rather than simple trash deletion. Signal offers secure chat deletion, while specialized cleaner applications can permanently remove files in ways that don't appear suspicious to monitoring systems. Create an encrypted folder containing only information that's absolutely essential for your trip. About 15 days before departure, prepare a secondary travel device loaded with just the basics: your itinerary, hotel reservations, offline maps, and emergency contact information. Your primary phone with all your personal data should ideally stay at home, or if it must travel with you, it should be fully backed up and reset to factory settings. 3 days before departure, enable permanent airplane mode on your travel device and disable Bluetooth, NFC, and Wi-Fi connectivity. Set up a temporary email account specifically for travel and unlink all your other accounts from the travel device. Keep the battery fully charged because a powered-off phone can actually appear more suspicious to security personnel than one that's simply in airplane mode. If an officer requests access to your device, immediately switch to a restricted user profile or guest mode if your phone supports it. Never provide biometric authentication like fingerprints or facial recognition under any kind of duress. At every step of any security interaction, stay calm and precise in your responses. If legally permissible in your location, record these interactions discreetly and always note officer names and badge numbers. Request written receipts for any confiscated devices, including supervisor contact information and expected return timelines. After your trip concludes, change all passwords on accounts that were accessible from your travel device. Monitor your accounts for unusual activity, and consider using an identity monitoring service for a few months to catch any potential misuse of your information. Remember that your smartphone isn't just a communication device. It's essentially your complete digital identity carried in your pocket, containing years of personal conversations, financial information, location data, and private moments. Protecting this device safeguards not just your privacy, but your fundamental freedom of movement and association. The reality is that knowledge and preparation are your most powerful defenses in this high-stakes digital landscape. The more travelers who understand these risks and take proactive steps to protect themselves, the harder it becomes for anyone to abuse their authority or violate constitutional rights under the guise of security. Share these strategies with your friends and family members who travel. Discuss these issues openly and help create a community of informed travelers who refuse to be caught off guard by aggressive security tactics. With proper preparation, strategic thinking, and a carefully executed plan, you can travel confidently, knowing that your privacy and freedom are as protected as possible in our increasingly connected world. The goal isn't to hide illegal activity or obstruct legitimate security efforts. It's about preventing innocent, everyday digital content from being misinterpreted in ways that could jeopardize your travel plans, your visa status, or even your personal safety. In today's world, being prepared isn't paranoid. It's simply smart travel planning. Smash that like button to help other travelers discover these insider tips. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell for more travel strategies.